to you and happy new month. And yes, happy anniversary as well to Global Giants Girls Tribe. Yeah, this live session was supposed to be on Instagram, but for some reason we are unable to stream live on Instagram today. We're definitely going to have that sorted out. So that's why we're having to come over here on Zoom to have this session today. Welcome to you all joining. Oh, 12 amazing parents already in the room. I see you all. I celebrate you. Thank you for joining. So we said that today's session is special. In fact, I'm supposed to tag today's session. I'm supposed to tag it anniversary version because today is the 1 year celebration of Global Giant Girls, right? So I'm supposed to actually give it a big shout out to Global Giant Girl parents all over. If you know you are a global parent, what it means is that you are raising a daughter who will be a global standard. You're not raising a lily liver chicken hearted kind of girl. You're raising a girl that will stand out, a girl that will make impact in the world. And so if you know you're that kind of a parent, give me a yes in the comment section. Because if you're not, just be going. Just leave this room now. Every parent here, we are all raising exceptional daughters. We are raising girls that will be, change makers, world changers. That's who we are. Yes, that's our identity. So welcome. So today we're going to be talking about how to teach your daughter to say no without feeling guilty. Who is ready for that class? How to teach your daughter to say no without feeling guilty. I see a lot of yeses in the comment section. Yes, that's who we are. We are Global Giants parents, G3 parents in the building. I celebrate you all. All right, so how to teach your daughter to say no without feeling guilty. It is no longer news that a lot of our girls say yes when they mean to say no. They say yes when they mean to say no. And because of that, they find themselves in a very tight corner, a difficult corner. If there is one skill, if there is one survival skill that your daughter will need for life, it is the ability to say no when no is necessary. It is the ability to stand her ground and say, I don't want, I can't do this. I'm not interested. I don't want to be a part of this. If she doesn't have that ability, if she doesn't have that skill to say no, she's a risk to herself. She's a risk to you. Is a risk to our future. So how can we teach our daughters to say no without feeling guilty? That's what today's conversation is about. Now, from a young age, we praise our kids for being quiet, right? For being agreeable, for being accommodating. And if an adult asks her for support or someone pulls her in, we immediately want to say, why not? Uncle is calling you, greeting. Why are you running away? Why are you moving away from you? We unintentionally train our daughters to prioritize other people's comforts, other people's, happiness over their own safety and comfort. And the more we do that, the more we raise girls who are people pleasers. And then we still come back to wonder, why is she a people pleaser? Why is she always doing what everybody wants? Why does she not have a mind of her own? But we are literally the ones that groomed her into becoming that. So that's what we're going to be talking about. You know that in every of our class, okay, someone is asking, can we be muted? Yeah, let me do that, please, to avoid, all right, just to avoid interruption. So we're going to be learning how exactly we can actually help our daughters, right? Help our daughters to become people that can say no when no is necessary. The point is not that they shouldn't say yes at any point. The point is that they need to learn how to say no when no is necessary. Of course, there are times they need to say yes, but there are other times when they need to say no. One of the things I teach girls that I mentor, I tell them, be generous with your no and stingy with your yes. Let me take that again. Be generous with your no and stingy with your yes. If you got that, help me put it in the comment section. In this class, we learn, we write. So if you do not come with your writing material, You are looking for my trouble. It's not only girls that used to write, parents, mommies and daddies used to write. So, all right. So if you're writing material, if you're ready to write, please help me put that in the comment section. Be stingy with your no. Oh my God, why am I mixing it up? Be stingy with your yes and be generous with your no. Be stingy with your yes, be generous with your no. Be stingy with your yes, be generous with your no. Now, what does that mean? It means that you should say more no than yes. Don't just throw your yes. Will you come? Yes. Will you? Yes. Can you? Yes. Everything must not be yes. Be stingy with your yes. Don't say a lot of yes. Think before you say the yes. Okay, right now I'm running ahead of myself. Are you ready for this class? So we're teaching our girls to say a healthy no. Because if we keep insisting that they greet they do everything that everyone wants them to do, we are grooming them to become people pleasers. And then when they turn 16, 18, we suddenly expect them to magically have the strength to say no to a predator, to a senior who is wanting her to be her boyfriend, to someone on campus, or to say no to a toxic peer group doing things she doesn't subscribe to. Parents, you cannot train her to be a chronic people pleaser at home and expect her to be a warrior outside. It's not possible. I say that again. You can't train your girl to be a chronic people pleaser at home. She pleases you. She does everything you want. She cannot question you. She cannot ask you questions. She cannot look you in the eyes. She cannot. And then suddenly you want her to become a warrior outside. The home is the first training ground of a child. If you get any points that hits you hard, help me put that in the comment section. That's how we do it here. If you can't train her, if she can't do those things at home, then she can't do it outside. Now, let me ask you, we're talking about how to teach our girls to say no. Let me ask you, parents, and I need your response in the comment section. Why do you think our girls feel guilty to say no? Why do you think our girls feel guilty to say no? Please, I need your response in the comment section. I'll get a response and then we would, dive into the class. Why do you think that our daughters are not able to say no? I need a response in the comment section. Yes. Why do you think so? Bring it on in the comment because I want us to, it's a conversation. So let's I want to get your input as well. You have girls, you're raising a daughter, 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, as God may have it. Why do you think our daughters, our girls, find it difficult to say no? Yes, I'm waiting. I must see something in the comment section. This is a class. Or did I close the comment room? Let me be sure. Okay, yeah, it's open. Okay, someone said they try to please us always. Okay, thank you. So let's see. I hope I got that pronunciation right. Okay, Dr. Ben said sometimes they want to please everyone. True. Okay, someone said they don't want to offend us. I agree with you. They want to feel among with their friends. This one. Number 1, top of the list. Someone said they want others. They don't want others feeling bad. I guess that's what you want to write. They don't want to appear disobedient. Fantastic. They believe they can be disciplined for saying no. They want to belong. Fantastic responses. Sometimes they want validation. God bless you, Dr. Ben. They want validation. All these and many more are reasons our daughters are saying no. Are saying yes when they mean to say no, when they're supposed to say no. Now, let's take some steps back. Girls don't just struggle with saying no, they struggle with the aftermath. Now, if you look at some of the responses in this comment section, you will see that they are aftermaths. They are afraid of the outcome of that no. They are afraid of what will happen if they say no. So it's not just about being afraid or not being able to say no. They've thought 2 steps ahead and they're like, if I say this no, they will not go for break for lunch with me. They won't play with me on the playground. They won't do this with me again. I won't be among the group. Blah 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 blah. And because of that, they can't say no. Now, that is what the concern should be. There are 3. Okay, let me call it 4 major categories that are girls that form the basis for why our girls are unable to say no. Number 1 is that they are terrified of the label, right? There is a label. So that label of, you're too proud, or you are stubborn, or you are rude. They are afraid of being labeled something. So instead of being labeled that thing, they just say, yes, let peace reign. In our dialect, we say, kudochia, like, I don't want problem. I don't want, let me just say yes. Let everybody be going. She said I should follow her now. If I don't follow her now, she will not say, I am holy, holy. She will not say, is it because I don't want, let me leave it. She will say yes. When in reality, she should say no. So that's number one reason. Number two is exclusion, fear of exclusion. Now, the fear of being left out of the group chat, of the friend circle is another reason. Number one is label. Number two is exclusion. Number two is exclusion. They don't want to be excluded. Number three is disappointment. This one is where we fall into. They are afraid of disappointing our parents. Now, do you know that a girl can do something and she knows that I should tell my mom this, I should tell my dad, but because I don't want to appear as a terrible child. I don't want to disappoint my mom, my dad. I don't want to be in the bad record. So what do? They keep quiet. They go ahead and suffer in silence. I hope I get the time to share with us how I escaped rape in my SS3. I think I was 16 or 15, thereabouts. And I had no business getting into that danger in the first place. The reason was because I wasn't able to say no. The second reason was because I was afraid of I didn't know what the response would be, even if I tell my parents. So I wanted to think about some of the things that your daughters have done in the past, or they will do in the future. Some of them will be because of these reasons. So we need to be, aware of them so we can start preparing them. Now, the number 4 reason is FOMO, fear of missing out. I don't want to miss out of the gist. There's something going on there. Now, none of these things that I've listed are follow come. None of them are follow come. None of them, your children came into this world confident. In fact, when I speak with some parents, they say things like, this girl used to be very confident, very vocal. She used to be very assertive, but suddenly she's going into herself. So every girl that you gave birth to, every child comes into this world wholesome, complete, confident, strong. But when life, experiences start happening, they start shrinking in. Sometimes we also train them into it. They are all learned survival behavior. All these things, fear of exclusion, fear of label, fear of disappointment, they are learned survival behavior. Now, what do I mean? They are behaviors that she has learned, that she has adjusted into her system, into her personality, just to survive. So it's not like that's who she is. She learns them because these are things that when I do them, I'll be all right. I'll have peace. They will not come after me. All right. So they are learned survival behavior. And sometimes this is the worst part. We unintentionally teach them. We unintentionally teach them these things, these behaviors. All right. Yeah, some are external factors, but you are the first informal educator of your child. I hope you know that. I sent one voice note in the parents group recently, and I told parents that you are the first teacher that your child will have. There's formal, under types of education, there's formal and informal education. You are the first educator of your child, the first teacher that she has. So if you're just thinking, I'll just teach her, it's not my fault, anything she learns, I just want her to be able to say no. It does not work that way. You need to be able to teach these girls. Otherwise, you would unintentionally enable that survival behavior. All right? You will do that. So you are the first teacher of your child, and what you teach her matters, whether you're teaching those things intentionally or unintentionally. Now, let's talk about this thing. How do we unintentionally, because we're innocent, but we still do it, Sha. And the fact that we are innocent, the fact that we do it unintentionally does not remove the effect. It does not remove the effect. I was speaking to someone, a very big businesswoman over, I think that was last week, and I was telling her that some of the things, she was dealing with are probably a carryover of childhood experiences she didn't heal from. Because childhood trauma and all of those parenting errors are not just about what we did to our children in the negative sense. They are also what we were supposed to do for them that we didn't do. Now, let's talk about how we unintentionally kill our daughter's voice. And when I say voice, it's not just about the vocal sound that we make when we speak, even though it is a big part of it. But how do we kill that consciousness of even hearing their own sound of their voice? All right? Because before we even teach them how to say no to the world, we must audit how we handle their own no at home. Without realizing it, we typically, especially Nigerian parents, I mean, we often silence our daughter's voice under the guise of training. Oh, I'm trying to train her. She needs to learn how to talk. She cannot be talking anyhow. And then we kill their voice. Now, am I saying that we should allow them to be crass, to be disrespectful, to talk from the two sides of their mouth? No. But I'm saying that sometimes the things we do unintentionally kill their voice. Now, there are 3 common ways that we do that. I'm going to share that in this class. Are we ready? If you're ready, give me a yes in the comment section. If you're ready for these 3 ways, and promise me that you are going to be conscious of these 3 ways going forward. Yes, that's the essence of this class, because if you just come to this class and look at me and just listen to my voice and go without doing it, it's a waste of your time and my time. All right. So yes, I see 3 yeses in the comment section. Thank you. Fantastic. So we can actually hit the ground running. So there are 3 ways we do that. There could be so many more. We're just going to focus on these 3. Number 1 is forced physical affection. Now, remember, when we say teaching our daughters to say no when no is necessary, the big part of that is saving them from molestation, from abuse. I'm very passionate about this aspect of my teaching. Anytime I teach parents about this, or anytime I teach girls about this, you know why? Because I've seen firsthand, I've experienced firsthand how inability to say no can lead to molestation. Used severally by people trusted by my parents, over trusted at the age of 5 and 7. Now, part of it was this forced physical affection. You know, this thing that a girl is trying to pull away from someone, and you're saying, come on, go and greet uncle. What is your own? Don't be rude. Or go and hug him. Go and hug uncle. Go on and let him carry you. I hope nobody does that here, because when she's pulling back from that hug, from that peck, from that kiss, and you pinch her, or you frown, or you back at her, or you yell at her, you are teaching her that her security, her safety is not as important as someone's comfort. Yes. You're teaching her that, you need to say yes to everybody. Saying no is danger, is a sin, is not allowed. You're teaching her that her body belongs to the public relation, friends and family, and that she must override her internal safety to please an adult. So that forced physical affection, you want to, why are you not greeting? Or go and greet uncle, go and greet, and auntie is inclusive, not just only uncles. Yes, because aunties also molest young girls. I'm sure you've lived long enough to know that part. That is not only it's not only male figure, that you need to protect your children from. As a parent, you need to intentionally create a safe environment for your child. It is a responsibility. The same way responsibility of, sending them to school, paying their school fees, it is the same way you have a responsibility, parent. You have a responsibility to create a safe environment for your daughters. 1 minute. Safe environment. It is your duty, because if your child, at the time when they are still under your care, you are still their primary caregiver, if they get molested under your roof, you are to be blamed. I know you are busy, I know you go to work very early, and you come back tired, but mama, you are to be blamed. So that's why we need to do our homework, so that in your absence, they have their own alarm clock in their head. In your absence, they can safeguard, they can self-protect. So that's why you need to empower their voice, empower their mind, empower them. Tell them exactly what to do in certain situations. That's how. Now, number 1, like we're saying, ways that we unconsciously, unintentionally kill our daughter's voices, forced physical affection. Number 2 is weaponizing respect against reasoning. weaponizing respect against reasoning. Now, the moment she tries to explain something, explain her part of the story, or she's trying to tell you something that happened, you're not even paying attention. You're just looking elsewhere. You are be talking. I'm listening. Maybe you are pressing your phone or you are cooking. You're like you don't give her that attention. She's gonna feel like, you know what? I'm not even accepted there. I'm not. My voice is not even valid in this environment. So I should shrink this voice. I should kill this voice. I shouldn't use this voice. Or when she tries to ask you questions, you ask her, why are you asking me questions? Are you asking me questions? You are becoming very stubborn. When you label healthy self-expression as disrespect, you are teaching her that she shouldn't have opinion. She shouldn't ever voice her opinion. You're not empowering her voice. Yes. When you make it seem like it's a taboo for her to say no to you. Now, I want you to know that, dear parents, okay, let me ask it as a question. If your daughter cannot say no to you, please, where should she learn how to say no to? Where should she learn it? Where should she learn it? If she can't say no to you, if she cannot ask you questions, where is she supposed to learn it from? It's from you now. Now, am I saying that they should just, arrogantly say no to you? That's not what I'm saying. You should actually teach them how to say honorable no. That's a story for another day, because you need to teach your daughter how to say an honorable no, how to turn down a proposal, an appeal, a request honorably. In fact, even role model it, like practice it with her. Yes, because you are the first adult in her life. You are the biggest person in her life. She needs to learn it from you. If she can't say no to you, there is no magic. She can't say no outside. She'll find it difficult to say no outside, because you are the Lion of the tribe of Judah. She can't say no to you. All right. So we need to teach our girls. We need to empower their voice. Let them say no to you. Let them practice with you. Now, however, honorably. There's an honorable way to say no. For instance, she wants to, maybe you tell her, go and wash the dishes. If she's not able to wash it that time, for whatever reason, say she's not feeling too well, or she just finished like doing rounds of tasks and she's tired at the moment, she can say, Mommy, please, I am tired at this time. Can you give me the next 30 minutes to do this? I will do it. Now, that is her saying no in that moment. She doesn't need to outrightly say, no, I can't do it. It's a sandwiched no. It comes in layers. She's not saying no, I can't do, but she's actually obtaining permission to defer, to do it some other time. Also empower her, let her know, speak to her actually to say, you can actually disagree with me. Empower her to know that if I say something and you feel you have a different opinion and you feel that this might serve better, feel free to share that opinion. I'm ever ready to listen to you. Say it. Like, don't imply it, say it. Let it come out in a conversation. Because if you do that, you are empowering her voice to know that, we come from this culture where we are told, you don't look at an adult in the eye. When an adult is talking, you don't talk. That's how girls get molested, though. It's like this. It's like this. You don't look at an adult in the eye when they are talking. Please, where should I look at? On the floor? That's breeding timidity, breeding mediocrity. She can look at the adults without being disrespectful. Eye contact is part of communication, parents. Eye contact is part of communication. So if we're constantly getting our girls to, just be timid, be afraid when an elderly person is coming around you, that's how they're afraid. They get to be afraid of authorities. They cannot stand up to people. They can't communicate their mind. They can't share their thoughts. They can't ask questions. They can't be assertive. Something is pinching them. They cannot talk. Something is discomfortable. They can't say it. She's in class. Teacher will ask, do you all understand? Everybody will echo, yes, auntie. But she did not understand. But because she's not been groomed, her voice has not been empowered, she can't say anything. She can't say anything. All right? So that's it. Weaponizing respect against reasoning. Not giving them the ability to even say no to you, to say, Mommy, but I think otherwise. Mommy, how about we do it this way? If you're always telling her, no, why, how dare you? How dare you? Do you know I'm your mother and I know better? Are you saying you know better than me? Please don't do that. Please don't. I mean, even if their opinion is not as good as, you can address it without turning it down, without making it look like they are terrible. Okay, this is such a brilliant idea, but at the moment, I think we should go on with this plan that we've already made. Next time we can consider this. It's a better response. By doing that, you are empowering her voice. You're letting her know that your voice is heard and it should actually be heard. All right. Now let's talk about how to empower your daughter's voice. We've seen how we parents actually contribute to, unintentionally silence our daughters' voices so that when they go outside, they can't speak. We fail to teach them. All right. We fail to actually teach them. We focus on teaching them what not to do, and we pay little or no attention to teaching them what to do. Those are two different things. Teaching them what not to do and teaching them what to do are two different things. So when you say, don't do this, when an elderly person is talking to you, don't look at their face. You've not said, where should they look at? And even if they ask, Mommy, where should I look at? You're like, you're asking me, so me that is telling you I don't know anything. I said, don't look at, So it cuts across, several areas. We need to empower them. Let them know that you can actually ask anybody questions. You can ask me, your daddy. If they know, I can ask my dad question. That's how they can go outside and they can ask anybody, principal or teacher. They can raise hand and say, excuse me, sir, I beg to differ. I actually have a different idea. This is what I think. This is what I think. Teach your daughters. Let them know what their rights are. Let them know what the boundaries are. There's a lot to this. We can't even unpack all of them in one session. That's why you need to come for this masterclass every single Wednesday. Because if I just say teach them to say no, it's not about saying no, 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 no. They're going to get into trouble. They will be labeled stubborn, terrible child, disrespectful. So they need to learn to say no in an honorable way. They also need to read the room. Sometimes you don't need to say no, but your action will say no. Sometimes your no is walking away. There are situations that if you say no, you get into more trouble. So that's why, we can't unpack all of this in this one session. But let's make progress, right? Let's make progress. So you need to empower her voice, empower her to be able to be in charge. All right. So now for you to do that, I'm going to teach you 3 frameworks. Yeah. 3 frameworks of how to empower your daughter's voice. Let's move from disempowering her voice, from killing her voice, from hushing her voice to empowering her voice. Now, how can you do that? You do it by teaching. You see, a greater part of parenting is teaching. A greater part of parenting is teaching. I didn't say correction. Notice that I didn't say correction. I didn't say beating. I said a greater part of parenting is teaching. Now, if you understand what teaching is, you will know that parenting is work. Like what I'm doing now is teaching, right? If you understand that part of it is teaching, a greater part of it, you will know that, parenting, if I'm not ready, I should better have one child than to have 5, 10 that I cannot teach. Because you need to teach them, especially in today's world. If you're raising if you raised your own children 20 years ago, 50 years ago, it might be different. It might be easier. But you see today, just go on social media. You will come out with goosebumps of things that are happening. So you have to teach your children. You have to teach your girls. They can't be gullible. They can't be ignorant. They can't be, careless. Now, number one thing to teach her is what I call the pause rule. When it comes to teaching and strengthening her voice, you need to teach her what I call the pause rule. Now, if your daughter is especially between the age of 7 to 12, this is very important for you to teach them. So please pay attention. Now, you need to teach your daughter that she does not owe anyone an instant yes. That's one thing you need to teach your daughter. Baby girl, you don't owe anyone an instant yes. So if someone is saying, hey, just give me a feedback now, respond to me. Are you going with us? Are you doing it? Will you give me? Will you follow me? She does not. So you need to drum it into her ears every single day, as often as you can. Honey, you know that you do not owe anyone an instant yes. What did mommy say? Mommy, you say, I do not owe anyone an instant yes. I do not owe anyone an agreement. So you don't have to agree with everything. You need to teach her. So if a friend in school, for instance, demands something from her, this or that, or follow me, or do this, she should know that she does not owe anyone an instant yes. So she can respond with, okay, I need to check in with my mom before I say yes to this. She needs to know that if it ever makes her feel uncomfortable, she should pause. So that's the pause rule, right? The pause rule. Teach her. The pause rule states that you do not owe anyone an instant yes. Please, can someone help me put that in the comment section? The pause rule states that you do not owe anyone an instant yes. Ladies, do you know the level of peer pressure our children are facing in school? Even we adults, to be very frank, we face peer pressure, all kinds and levels and stages of peer pressure. How much more these girls? They face it too. All right. So you need to empower her early to know that she does not owe anyone an instant yes. She can actually delay, tell the person, okay, I will need to speak to my parents about this and get back to you. Now, it's if she says that, it will shift from the peer pressure. She will move that peer pressure to your side, right? It makes you, the parent, the boundary while she is still developing her own voice. Yeah, that's what it does. So that she can say, I need to talk to my parents about this. I need to talk to my dad. I need to talk to my mom. All right. That's number one. Number two way to do that is to teach her what I call the no sandwich. The no sandwich. I like to use these, words like this so that you remember them even when you are teaching them. And even them too, when you teach them, they will be able to recall some of these things. Teach her the no sandwich. So if you've ever had a sandwich, whether for a snacks or for a breakfast, you know that sandwich, it comes like in layers. Comes different. I love to take it for breakfast sometimes. So you put your vegetables, you put your egg, you put your all of those tomatoes, put bread again, put tomatoes, all of that, so that as you are chewing it, it's giving you what it should give. Now, if your daughter is between the ages, let's say 13 to 19, this is good for her. This particular teaching goes well with her. So she needs to know that whereas she has a level of ability to say no, she can say it as a sandwich. Now, teenagers sometimes they can be terrified about social awkwardness. They don't want to be the only one standing out, the only one that is not joining. Do you understand? So the no sandwich allows her to drop a hard boundary wrapped in polite communication, right? She's able to give the no in a way that is not too hard for her to say. Now, for instance, let's say that someone tries to invite her for a party, or someone tries to get her to join them to move out. I remember one of my girls, she was telling me that one time, one of her classmates told her to accompany her to go, whether to go to her auntie's house, during break. Some of her friends followed her, but she said, no, I can't do this. Thank you for inviting me, but I won't be able to go with you this time. I'd rather stay in class. Now, that single decision saved her from being expelled in school, because that's what other girls got for leaving school premises without permission. So you see, she needs to learn the polite way of turning down. So she can just say, thank you so much for inviting me for this, or thank you for making this request, or offering this thing. It can also be someone trying to give her something, she can say, thank you for inviting me. So thank you, that thank you balance gives the person a landing space. But she can say, I won't be able to take it this time, or I'm not interested right now. I hope you guys have fun. So that's communication helps to, of course, she knows she needs to be comfortable in her no enough to say it. All right. She needs to know that this no I'm going to say, whether they accept it or not, it doesn't change my no. Yeah. So I just say it in a way that makes it easy for them to accept, but that doesn't mean that if they don't accept it, I will change. She doesn't need to over-explain her no. Because the moment she starts saying, oh, I can't come because, my I don't really like to go for parties. When they go for party, when the loud music used to disturb, if you start explaining that no, you are giving yourself room for debate with those people. So you need to teach your daughter that a boundary is a boundary, not a debate. Someone please help me put that in the comment section. A boundary is a boundary, not a debate. So teach your daughter that her boundaries are important. She needs to own her boundaries. You need to own your boundary. A boundary is, a boundary, not a debate. Never a debate. All right. So number 3 thing you need to teach your daughter is the broken record strategy. The broken record strategy. Now, what's the broken record strategy? The broken record strategy is where, how do I put this now? So someone is trying to invite her to do something. Let's use party again for want of what to use as an example. Let's say someone says, come, let's go for this block party after school. The broken record strike. Broken record is like when you repeat something, you're saying something over and over. In fact, some of your daughters think that mommy's advice is a broken record because you repeat the same thing over and over again. Anyway, I didn't say that. So let's say that you want to teach your daughter the broken record strategy. You're letting her know that you repeat the same thing and not feel ruffled about it. No, I don't go for unapproved gatherings. Killjoy, which one is it? Holy Mary, I beg approved gatherings. You're just forming to be the serious student. You're just forming to be the best, to be the most holy person. I beg. Her response will continue to be, that's fine, but I don't go for unapproved gatherings. If she stands firm by that, I mean, after a while, they'll just get tired of her. They'll leave her alone. Sound like a broken record. So teach her that it is okay to sound like a broken record. It is okay to repeat yourself. It wears out the other people. And it shows her that boundaries are a stone wall. They will know that this girl, her boundaries are gidigba. Like you cannot move it. You cannot swing. So this is like the strategies for saying no. Now, this also applies for adults. You need to teach your daughter saying no is okay, no matter who, no matter when. This part is very important. Before I go to the next part of this teaching, teach your daughter that saying no is okay, no matter who, no matter what, no matter who is involved. Do you know that pastors have raped girls? Bishops. I have a friend that was this close to being raped by a big bishop. Until today's time, I remember it. I'm like, who knows how many more girls have fallen victim? So you need to teach your daughter that anyone is okay, you can leave. Anyone that says or does anything or wants to lure you into anything that you feel it is wrong, even if that feeling is 0.5%, or that your parents will not accept any situation like that, no matter who it is. In fact, even if it is your uncle, your mommy's brother, sister's brother, whoever it is, you are permitted to say no. You're permitted to report to me. You're permitted to walk away in that situation. You need to teach her discretion, how to read the room. You can't have what's the word now? A nonchalant daughter. You can't raise that kind of a daughter in this year, in this century. A girl that can't read the room. You can't come into a place and observe and see what is going on and know how to carry yourself. You'll be a victim. So you need to teach her the skill of discernment. If there is any skill that your daughter must have in 2026, is the skill of discernment. She needs to walk into a place and check. Not just come into a place and next thing you're already carrying phone. You are pressing pressing. You're not seeing what is happening. You're not seeing anybody. You're pressing phone. Like, that's a risk. She's a risk. Plans will be made. She will be sold. They will collect change. They will pass her to the next person. She will not know. So discernment is a skill that our girls need, because there will come a time when that discernment will save her life. I tell you the truth. All right. Now, how can you strengthen your daughter's voice? Number one thing that you need to know in strengthening your daughter's voice is that, strengthening her voice requires intentional daily conditioning at home. Yes, whether she is 6 now, 7, 10, 12, 15, strengthening her voice at home. Now, think of a voice as a muscle. Muscle, the more you stretch it, the more you exercise, the stronger the muscles get. Now, if she doesn't speak, if she doesn't exercise her voice, if she doesn't, use her voice at home, she can't do it outside, like we said earlier. Now, how do you build that muscle practically? Number one, create a safe explanation window. All right. Now, move yourself mentally. Move yourself from being that dictatorship kind of parent to a leader kind of parent. All right. She has to obey. I agree. She has to do what you've instructed her. I agree. But she also need to know that she's allowed to ask questions. Please, parents, say these things to your daughters. She must obey, but she should also know that she can ask you questions, that she can express her feelings respectfully after she has, of course, listened to you. So if she says something like, hey, mommy, I felt hot when you shouted at me, or the way you spoke to me, I really felt hot. Don't say, you even felt, I did not even beat you, you are feeling hot. Please, her feelings are valid. Now, that you're not teaching her to be emotional, because someone can think, so that she'll now be a soft girl. You're validating her feelings, because she can go outside and someone makes her feel terrible. She can't say it because she wasn't practicing. Let her be able to, let there be that space to safely explain herself. Now, number two is give her boundary autonomy over her body. Establish that it's okay to have your space. Your body is your private property. If she prefers a polite wave with people, don't force her to hug them, because you don't even know why that is happening. In fact, you might even want to know afterwards, right? So don't force her. Let her know that her space is, she has that, she should actually have that boundary around her space and her body. Then ask her questions. Start involving your children, your daughters, in family micro decision making, please. Involve them in small decisions. Let them share, let them ask questions, let them say their mind. Their suggestions may not always be perfect, but by suggesting, they are practicing using their voice. By suggesting, they are practicing saying something. They're practicing sharing their opinion without feeling like, oh, I should hide, I shouldn't say it. This I want to say is not making sense. And when they share, appreciate them. Wow, this is so beautiful. You see this thing you've said, fantastic. I love the idea. Okay, so let's adjust it this way and that way. We are good. That's how you start empowering her voice. Ask her, what do you think we should do here? And listen to her logic. Yeah. Critique it if you need to. Okay, I think what you said is actually good. It's good, but we can also add this to this or remove this and all of that. But let her see that her brain and her words carry weight, that she can say what will make sense. All right? So that's how you begin to empower your daughter's voice. Now, as we round up, can I talk about how to ensure that your daughter is safe out there, especially from predators, especially from people that can hurt them, people that can take advantage of them, because that's where no at the peer pressure level is elementary. Let's round it up by talking about how to empower your daughter, how to actually get her to be safe out there. Now, number one thing is that you want to teach her is explaining that there are boundaries, that she needs to understand and own her boundaries. All right. Then let her have restricted access. Let her have restricted access. Let her have places that she will know that, oh, this is, nobody touches me like this. I don't hug people like this. I don't let someone hold me this way. That's, please, I'm having a bit of, okay. Can you still hear me? Please, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up or a signal in the comment section. Looks like I need a feedback, please. Oh, great. Okay. You can still hear me. Perfect. Thank you. So you're teaching her that there is this possibility, of course, depending on the age, right? That you're teaching her that there is possibility of someone trying to take advantage of you. You can't say, you know, when we say some of these things, but parents say, God forbid, it will not happen to my child. Please, nobody said it will happen to your child, but to be forewarned is to be forearmed. So empower your daughter. And by the way, you won't be there always. So more reasons why you should empower her. From a young age, your daughter must know that her body belongs to her. If she's still between, you know, the early ages till say 7, 8, her body belongs to her. That's what to teach her. She's never forced to hug, to kiss anybody, to sit on anybody's laps, including uncles, family friends, religious leaders, pastors, imams, whoever. I don't care. I've heard things in my 14 years of mentoring girls that sometimes I hear, I'm like, where are the parents? If we teach our girls that they must submit to physical affection to everybody in order to be polite, to adult men, to adults, to people, we accidentally train them to ignore their guts, to ignore their instincts, to ignore, you know, that thing telling them that this is wrong. I mean, if my parents, I mean, they didn't know any better, right? That's why it happened to me. They didn't know. If they know any better, I wouldn't have been molested. That's the truth. And I'm forgiving them. I used to be very angry with them. I used to beef them when I was growing up, but I've healed enough to know that it wasn't their fault. They didn't know any better. But now you know better. That's the point. All right. She needs to know that her no should be respected. In fact, she should demand that her no be respected. All right. Now, the number 2 thing is to teach her the difference between secrets and surprises. This is important. Between secrets. I think it was last week. I don't know if I mentioned it. Healthy secret and unhealthy secret. I taught us. There's a difference between secrets and surprises, and there's a difference between healthy secrets and healthy surprises, and unhealthy secrets and healthy secrets, right? Now, predators, they are good at grooming. Parents, do you people understand the word grooming? I'm sure a lot of people will know the word grooming. If you know the word grooming, what it means, give me a 1 in this comment section. You know what the word grooming. Someone said they can't hear me. Oh, great. Someone says, oh, okay. Grooming. Predators groom girls. Do you know how they groom them? By being nice, by being caring. They give you gifts. They exclude you from others, and they're just being overly nice. Buy you things, give you things. I'm saying this from experience, not just from, I mean, personal experience and that of girls I've counseled over years. They start by being nice. So you need to be careful, because groomers are never far away. Yes. Molesters are never far away. Yes. People that abuse your children, they are never far away. They live next door. They are the next cousin. They are their relatives. They are people very close to them. They are your friends. Oh, I watched one video that broke my heart. A man, his friend died, and he, of course, started coming close, from taking care of the family, trying to condole with them and all of that. Started trying to chike the daughter of his best friend that died. Gave the girl money, told her, I will send you money, just come and meet me in so hotel. An underaged girl. If not that the girl has sense, she was cuckoo recording all the calls he was making with the man. So you need to teach your girls. Teach them. All right? Teach them the difference between bad secrets and good secrets, surprises and secrets. If someone is telling you, groomers, you know, when they start, they'll just tell you, come, just take this. You don't need to tell your mom now. Just eat it here so that nobody will collect it, so that your sisters will not have it. This one, that one. They will come and they'll be giving them special treatment. So you need to be careful. Look well. Even home assistants, domestic staff, some of them are terrible, some of them are good. I mean, you just have to be careful. You just have to be careful. Someone said you can't hear me. I hope that's not my network. You can leave and join back. You have to, groomers, they'll just start by getting your daughter to be comfortable with them. That's their goal. And you know what? Nobody will groom a girl close to her parents. Groomers are more sensitive than parents. Most groomers are more sensitive than parents. They use that, they check, they know. They can't groom a girl that is very close to her parents. That's why when we talk about connecting with your child, it is important. Connect with your daughter, connect with her. So that if something is happening, she's telling you 5 steps ahead. She's not telling you when the things are already bad or when you discover and happen on it. She's telling you. Because groomers, they know that this one is not close to her parents. If I do something, she will not tell them. I know. They must have been asking her small questions, checking, observing. They will hit. You can't be unwise. You can't be careless as a parent. Not in today's world. Even adults. So she needs to know that bad secrets, the difference between secrets and surprises is that surprises have a release date, right? Like birthday surprise. Oh, let's keep it on that morning when his mommy's birthday, we'll bring it out. Surprise, surprise. Good. Surprises are healthy. They have a reveal date, but secrets do not. In fact, secrets are things that the more you keep them, the more you feel heavy inside, the more you feel that weight. So if any adult tells them, don't tell your mommy, then that's a secret and they need to let you know. Of course, if your daughter is still pretty young, say 5, 6, that's what you need to teach her, right? 5, 6, 7, teach her this. Then implement the safety protocol. Implement what I call the safety protocol. Now, let that be a code word. When she's away from you at school, at a friend's house, or ordinary activity that she went for somewhere, she needs to know that if there is an emergency, there's a code word, maybe a family code word that she can send to you. It can be anything. It can be any line of word. Now, as you are doing these things, as you're having these conversations with them and telling her that if something is going on and you need to reach me, you need to send me a message, you can just send me the word blue, for instance, or plantain. Code word is code word. It does not have to be anything. It can be bag. So that anytime she sends you a message with the word bag, you know that, something is wrong. What do I do? Call her. Where did she go to? Go to that place. Call someone close to that place. So these are security conversations to have with your daughters, because she needs to know what to do per time. All right. This class is becoming really long. I hope you're picking the lessons. Yeah. Then build a no judgment communication pattern in your home. No judgment. I mean, our girls will always once in a while do things that will make us angry and all that. But if a girl thinks she'll be beaten, banned from home, grounded, killed, destroyed for mentioning something, she will never mention it. So let her know that she can talk to you about anything and everything. And when she tells you about that thing, she tells you about that teacher, that relative, that stranger, that boy who made maybe an inappropriate comment or attraction at her, don't say, what did you now do? Why did you even look at him? Listen first. Listen completely. Validate her. Appreciate her for telling you, because she couldn't have told you. She would have decided not to tell you. So thank her for telling you and for believing that you can help. Then you can, look for solutions together. All right. I wish I can go ahead, but this is honestly the most that we can take for today. We would definitely continue, this conversation next time. Now, one thing you want to know is that a safe girl is not one who is kept in dark rooms. She's not one who is not vocal. She's one who is confident, who understands her worth, who understands her identity, and knows that her parents are her safe house, her safe home. She can always come to you. That's what makes a safe girl. That's what makes up a girl that can open up, that can say no when no is necessary. So from today, I want you to start empowering your daughter's voice. Don't shout down her voice. Don't shut her up. If you keep doing that, she will keep withdrawing small, small. You know, it's not when you break a flower that it withers. It takes time. You can break it and it will wither in 3 hours, in 4 hours, in 6 hours. It will dry in 3 days, 1 week. It may not happen immediately because the moment you are gradually telling her, you don't matter, the voice is not necessary. I beg, shut up. What do you even know? What are you even saying? Shut up. My friend, go to your room, go upstairs. You are killing her voice gradually, 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 gradually. Did somebody learn something in this class? Now let's wrap it up, all right? My goal is not just to teach you these things. My goal is also to partner with you. By the way, if you're not aware, Global Giant Girls is celebrating her 1 year anniversary. So today we clocked 1. This has been a beautiful journey. You know, I've been in the mentoring business, I should say, 10 years and counting. Giant Girl brand is 1 today, and we are so happy. The testimonies, the changed lives, and everything has been so heartwarming. I've gotten messages from parents, from girls themselves, and it's been so heartwarming. All right, now I want to partner with you. Everything we've spoken about, these girls, it boils down to self-leadership. If your daughter is able to lead herself, when you see a girl who can lead herself, you have seen a girl who can say no. When you see a girl who can lead herself, you have seen a girl who can say no. Please, someone help me put that in the comment section. When you see a girl who can say no, you've seen a girl who can lead herself. Leadership, self-leadership is critical. You cannot lead yourself. You cannot say no effectively if you do not know how to lead yourself. And I don't want to leave you to do it alone. Of course, have your part to do. All right. She needs a structured system to practice her voice, to also see others doing it and learn from them as well. The benefits. Okay. Nigeria has happened to me, but I'll be right back on the sun. Okay, so that's why I need you to learn that your daughter's voice is valid. It is critical. So we're putting together something this weekend. Sorry, in August, on 17th and 22nd of August. If you can see my screen, give me a 1 in the comment section. We are putting together Girls Online Leadership Program. It's a program where I want to teach girls, your daughters. I want to groom them the right way, not the other way, right? So they're going to be learning self-leadership, managing peer pressure, like leading their peers as well. And they're also going to be learning emotional intelligence and life skills. The class is going to be online. Registration is open and ongoing. If you want your daughter to be a part of this program in the month of August, registration is open already. This is early bird registration. If you snooze, you will have to pay a way higher than this by August. So if you want a daughter to join us, then send a message to the number you can see on your screen. Or you want me to mentor your daughter. You want your daughter to join our, mentorship pool. You want her to be a part of the Global Giant Girls tribe. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to make it happen. Send us a message and we can get her enrolled. All right. So I'm going to take questions now. If you have any, then after that, we'll call it a day. You can send us goodwill message. Parents, so let me ask us, please. Send us goodwill messages. You can do a video voice notes. That would be deeply, deeply appreciated. Send us a video voice notes. Send us a text. Appreciate and celebrate with us as we turn 1 today. Okay, does anybody have any question? You can put it in the comment section. You can also unmute yourself and ask your question. Let me open up so you can unmute yourself now. I've given permission. If you have any question. Let me see the comment section to see if we have any question there. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Self-leadership is critical. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me see if you have any question there. When you see a girl who can say no, you have seen a girl who can lead herself. Absolutely. And of course, that's why this is our leadership training. Global Giant Girls, we are big on leadership. We are big on leadership for girls. We want them to learn. And leadership starts from self-leadership. You can't lead others if you cannot lead yourself. So that's where we are starting from. We want them to be able to lead themselves and then lead their peers. Yes. I'm tired of hearing girls say peer pressure. It was because they pressured me. I want our daughters to start becoming the positive peer pressure. Like when you come into the room, you are the one making others to do the right thing. That's my desire. That's the kind of girls I want to raise. All right. How do we differentiate a child saying no with a child becoming stubborn or rebellious? Fantastic question. How do we differentiate between a child who is saying no and a child who is becoming outrightly stubborn? Now, I know that this is not just a question that one person is asking, it's a question that a lot of us are probably asking as well. And you're thinking, how do I know that's my daughter, that this one that she's doing is confidence? Some parents are like, ha, I don't want my girl to now be confident and be overconfident. She cannot now listen to me. Now the first thing is that you want to know that this your daughter that you're raising, you need to teach her the skill of honor. The skill of honor should be taught side by side with confidence. Now, what does the skill of honor imply? The skill of honor implies that as much as you are saying no or turning down a request or something, excuse me, something that someone wants you to do, you need to be honorable in doing that. You need to be honorable, especially when it has to do with when it is in your best interest, when it is about your parents, when it is about people who has your best interest at heart, say teachers, right? Now, teach them. There's something I teach girls, the green, red, and yellow sign. Now, the green sign is where you categorize people that are, making requests, relating with you, and it is a safe relationship. So when such people are asking you to do something, you need to know that it is in my best interest. For instance, my mom says I should stop playing games after using the phone after 9 p.m. That is a green zone relationship. So, but if someone wants me to keep chatting with them after 9 p.m., that's a red zone relationship. Okay, so that's need to be put out there. All right. Now, I want you to also look at something in this question. Is about what I call the self-protection versus the defense, right? The biggest differentiator is what the no is trying to accomplish. Sometimes a healthy no can be misinterpreted. And this happens when a child feels that they're someone is trying to get them to do what they don't want to do, or their emotions are not being regarded and all of that. It sounds like, no, I don't want to go, I don't want to do this. But in the real sense of it, that child is actually trying to be to feel valued, to feel accepted, to feel seen. So when they say no, we interpret it as rebellious. All right. So now when you're teaching your daughter to be humble, to say no, teach her as well to be honorable, that you can say no in an honorable way, right? Now, saying no in an honorable way will mean that you are able to explain that, okay, I'm not able to do this, mommy. Can I do it in 30 minutes? Now, she has not said outrightly, mommy, I will not wash this plate, but she has said, can I wash it in 30 minutes? Can I take a nap now and do it later? I'm feeling a bit dizzy now, or I'm not feeling too well now, or I want to do my assignment now. So that's how you do that. You differentiate. You are the one to teach the child. You are the one to empower the child even before they get the first chance to say no. Now, when they say no, don't let your response not be, you're saying no to me, your parents. They can say no to you, actually. So the first response should be, okay, let's talk about this, your no. Why do you think it should be a no? Why are you not going to do this? Of course, you have the conversation. They'll be able to explain to you now. So if they do not have now an explanation, that's where you can now say, okay, this your explanation or reason for this your no is not reasoning. So there is a rule. Of course, we go back to there are family standards, right? There are family rules which they need to be aware of. For instance, we wash plates as soon as we finish eating. We don't pack plate in the sink. You dress your bed before you leave the room. So those are common rules. So we're referring back to what the rules are, and then you get them to do what they have to do. So you can ask, would you rather do it now or do it in 10 minutes time? Or would you rather wash the plates now before you clean the room, or clean the room before you wash the plate? Give them options as well. It also helps them so they can say, okay, mommy, let me mop the floor, let me clean the room first, then I'll come and wash the plate. Okay, it's fine, go ahead. So that helps to get that done. Then another thing I also want to say to this question is taking a lot of my time. It's fine. A lot of what we label as is just a strong-willed child. And you need to be very careful if you're raising a strong-willed child. Sometimes they are not necessarily disobedient or stubborn. They just want they want the whatever you're saying explained. Like they want to exert their authority. So what to do to that kind of a child is to give them responsibility, not to hush them down. Give them tasks, give them things to do, give them things to be in charge of. Let them use that power inside there. All right. Yeah, that's what I would say to that. Congratulations on your first anniversary. May the coming year see our girls different from the world modeled girls. Amen. Someone is asking, how do you help a child speak up more? Speaking a little more loudly and standing for her height, for her rights and self always. Affirm her. Anytime you see her try, speak, even if she doesn't speak loudly, appreciate her. Say, tell her, I like the way you were able to communicate to your sibling. You were able to speak better this time, or I like the way you spoke to your friend, I like the way you exchanged greetings with your friend. You were more firm in that communication. Keep it up. Water the garden you want to grow. Water it. All right. So speak to that, encourage her when she makes efforts. That's number one. Another thing is also get her to try, like get her into situations, into communities where she will see other girls doing things. You see, when she's in an environment where other people are trying, making efforts, speaking, sharing, it will do something. It may not be on day one. Don't be in a hurry, because that attitude, that personality was not formed in one day. But after a while, you just see her raising hand. You just see her making effort. All right. So surround her, put her in an environment. For instance, Global Giant Girls Mentorship Community. Our community is where we nurture girls. We get them to share, to speak, to communicate. It will definitely help her. Congratulations on your first year anniversary. One of the yellow zone relationship you mentioned, red. Okay, someone has brought me back to that. So the red, green, so I've explained the green relationship, right? So they need to know that anyone that makes you feel safe is in the green zone. Any relationship that makes you feel safe is in the green zone. Your parents, your siblings, and any other person that makes you feel safe. And in that green zone, you need to take instructions for them. You need to prioritize their voice as well. The yellow zone are people that are not exactly bad and not exactly safe and not exactly unsafe. For instance, your teachers, right? Your teachers are not exactly safe and not exactly unsafe until proven otherwise. So that is the yellow kind of relationship. So that's the type of relationship they should be careful with. Because a teacher can abuse a child. A teacher can get a child to do something they shouldn't, right? So that's why they need to be careful with teachers as well. They are in the yellow zone. So you respect your teacher, you take instructions from them, but you know what the boundaries are. For instance, no teacher have business touching my body. No teacher have business sending me instructions or sending me images that would, trigger me. No teacher has the right to ask me to come into a secluded room with them. Share these things with them, so let them know that's it. Not just teachers, any other person. Pastors are in this category as well. You are my pastor, but I won't be in the same room with you, sir. So they need to know that. Then the red zone are people that are outrightly making them feel unsafe. And you need to tell your daughters, you need to know if it ever makes you feel unsafe by 1%, respect your instinct. Move away. Speak to someone. Say no. Disembark. Like, let her know what the response can be. You can paint several pictures, scenarios, and then let her know what the responses will be in those situations. Okay, it's been a full day. How was the class? Did you learn something? Did you get something from this class? I told you today is anniversary edition. If you got something from this class, let me know in the comment section. It's our anniversary today, and on Saturday we're going to be having full-blown celebration at the head office. So if you're a parent here and you are a G3, your daughter is in our mentorship program, or she's in our reading club, or she is in G3 in any way, whether her one leg is inside or half leg is inside, then you want to bring her alongside to celebrate with us on Saturday, feel free to do that. Particularly if you are in Lagos. Yes, if you're in Lagos, you're invited to do that. Our office is at 44 Razak Eletu Way, Osapa, London, off Jakande, that's Lekki Phase 1. So you can come in, bring your daughter along. We would be so glad to have you. Do we have anybody here that lives in Lagos that can come or that would want to come? Let me see, let me see, let me see. Someone said, very thanks for everything. Okay, thank you for the greetings. Tell us about the reading club. The reading club, uh, the reading club is a program I run every Friday, even though we're going to be ending it this month, this July. I run it every month, and it's to encourage girls to read. Okay. And then it's paid for, but it is free for every parent that got my 4-in-1 books for their daughters. So the 4-in-1 books are the books that we have for girls. Any parents that got those 4 books for their daughters are automatically allowed to join the session. So when we get into that reading club, what we do is basically get the girls to read the book. Of course, they read ahead of time, but when we also come, we read, share lessons from the book, and yeah, give them assignments, give them quiz from the book, and that's it. So that's what the reading club is about. It's free for parents that got our 4-in-1 book for their daughters. I'll try and see if I can share the 4-in-1 book here so that you can see what the 4-in-1 book is like. Okay, I think that's that on that one. Um, okay, I'm unable to share that just at the moment, but as soon as I'm able to, I will share that. Anyway, I think that would be it for today. Any other question? Someone said very insightful. Thank you very much. Okay, the book is up here. I mean, you people should know this is my book now. If you are here, if you are in our community, you should know our Wholesome Girls Bundle books. If your daughter does not have these 4 books, now you do amo. I'm not joking. Your daughter, I mean, even if not for the breeding club, these are books that would teach her. These are books that would inspire her. These are books that are written with her in mind. I'm sure some parents here, their daughters have the book and they can share for a fact, they can tell you for a fact the impact of the books in the lives of their girls. And you look at the topics, they are tailor-made for our girls. They are not just random books that you buy, they will not read it. This one, they will read it, right? And also join our reading club. Okay. She has BECE. Okay, okay. Yeah, Mrs. Debbie, yeah, I know. My girl, I'll miss her. I really wish she can come. Finishes 1 p.m. Oh wow, 1 p.m. Sorry. No problem. If she can't come, please don't stress her. Don't stress her. I really wish she can come, but if she can't, let her go and rest from the exam. I'll try and see if we can stream it for our inner circle girls so they can also stream and join from anywhere. Can the find one book be shared on the WhatsApp group? Okay. Which WhatsApp group are you? Which of the groups are you in? What's the name of the group? Because we have a lot of parent communities. And by the way, yeah, we deliver to everywhere, nationwide. So if you're buying, then you want to do that ASAP. Send me a WhatsApp number, a WhatsApp message. I just responded to your message now. So I'll just drop my number again on the comment section. A parent called me. She said that it was funny. She said that her daughter used to dress anyhow. You know how these girls, you buy skirts for them, they will pull it up to their stomach because they want the skirts to be short. That was her daughter. That suddenly the girl started wearing the skirts normal. She noticed it the first time, second time. She didn't know why until she read my book. That's when she now saw, okay, oh, so this is where, oh, wow. So there are so many things that you've been having headache about. You've talked and talked and talked and talked, and she's still doing it. Please buy book, buy book. And apart from that, you're also helping her to develop the reading culture. And the hard copies, they're hard copies. Send me a message on this number and we can make arrangements, deliver you the books so that by Friday, your daughter will join our reading club and subsequent Fridays in this month of July. Okay, I think it's been a beautiful one. We've had such a great, great, great time. Someone is asking, what time is the program? Okay, Miss Debbie, sorry. It's the program is 12 on Saturday, right? The anniversary celebration is by 12 to 2. Yeah, if you want to bring your daughter along, beautiful. Just bring her. Let her wear pink. Anything, any pink, any thought of pink, bring her along. And for you, parents, you can wear anything. It doesn't concern me. It's my girls. Anything, anything you want to wear. But I just want to see my girls. I would really, really, really be happy to have them. All right. Yeah, they're supposed to have their mentorship session on Saturday, but like I told them last week, we're not going to have it because of the this thing program. Yeah, we would we'll have the following week and then move it up ahead as well. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. We have stretched this session and I'm sure it is worth your time. I'm giving you a challenge, and that challenge is always intentionally with your daughter. Like if there's nothing else you hear, if there's nothing else you do, connect with your daughter. Because the moment you do, it is easier for them to speak to you, ask you questions, confide in you. It's also easy for you to pick signals before it is too late. All right, parents, thank you so. It's been a great time having this session with. I'm going to be ending this session today. I'll see you again next week, Wednesday. Hopefully, we're able to rectify the Instagram issues so that we can be able to stream live on Instagram. But otherwise, we would still repeat the Zoom session again. Welcoming your daughter for our August program. Don't delay. Of course, for parents in our inner program, their registration is different. But parents, if you are like that, if you are in that category, please use your coupon, use your discount rates because it will expire by 1st of August. By 1st of August, you pay what every other person is paying. Yes. So every other person gets register your daughter now so we can, start onboarding them and get ready for an impactful session on in the month of August. I can't raise a girl with you and she'll be a nonsense girl and anyhow girl. No, it's not possible. With the God I serve, nah, it's not possible. So let's partner to raise global giant girl. That's my mission. God has sent me on a mission to raise, partner with parents to do that. And it would be my utmost privilege to do that with you. All right. On this note, I'll be signing out. Thank you so much, dear parents. God bless you. See you again next week, Wednesday. Yeah, Mrs.